This Thanksgiving, I'm thankful for all those people who loved their family and friends unconditionally, only to have them not show up this year to Thanksgiving because they're butthurt about the election. And most specifically, the parents, grandparents, grandchildren, and children who are being withheld from their loved ones because of a psycho family member or friend who can't handle their emotions or be an adult. For most sane and rational people, no election could ever supersede the necessity of the family. It could never come between people who love each other or friends who care for each other. It's absolutely absurd, and I feel bad for those people. I don't feel one bit of bad for the people that made that decision, but I feel terrible for the people who have to experience the hurt of being withheld from a loved one because of something so trivial and pointless. Because what this is teaching people to do is internalize their opinions and squash any potential discussions where people could learn from one another. All the people experiencing that loss are going through that because they decided to make their voice and opinions known. They decided to say something. Because had they kept to themselves, mindlessly agreed, or pretend that they didn't care or had an opinion, those people would still be there. And miss me with the woe is me, you selected to have my rights taken away garbage. You're either too smooth-brained to understand that there's a multitude of issues, or you're too sad inside to understand that there's more important things in life than that. But hey, if some individual psycho wants to shave their head or be sad or withhold themselves from their family and hurt their parents or hurt their friends, okay, fine, that's your decision. Bad one, but that's your decision. But who I'm really mad about, who I really think is the saddest, is when they withhold their kids from their grandchildren, or their grandchildren from their grandparents, etc. Because what they're really saying is that your love is meaningless without willful compliance. A difference in viewpoint is more important than our relationship. Our time on earth is limited, and for a parent to not be able to see their child or their grandchild because of some difference of opinion after they were there the day you were born, they helped you ride your first bike, to have it come down to that, you're just gonna not come because of that. How sad is that for all those people out there? I truly hope these people can see the error in their logic, the heartlessness in it. And they like to attribute who you chose in the selection to the same level of heartlessness, but it's not even comparable. A human relationship on earth, and even more importantly, a human family relationship, a blood relationship on earth, is far more important than a presidential, like, how is that even a discussion, dude? But alas, as many have said, sometimes the greatest joys can also bring upon the greatest pain. Because at the end of it all, the last time I checked, there was not a single race in any selection, local, national, presidential, that was determined by 1 or 2 votes. So for you to attribute the fact that they made that selection to the reason that all of these other things are happening just completely ignores the 50 whatever million people that decided the same, that weren't your friends and weren't your family. And look, I may not have that much wisdom, just a guy walking at night in a weighted vest talking to his phone. But what I know for sure is that if you get 80 Thanksgivings on this planet in this vessel that you remember, you're lucky. And if you're lucky enough to have 80 and you have loved ones around for any of those, but you choose not to be with them because of a presidential election, I think you're making a grave mistake, my friend. Time is finite. Family is forever. Love is eternal. Because the real truth is that 96% of every human being that has ever walked the earth would dream of having what you have right now. You best not squander that on a relatively insignificant decision in the grand scheme of things in the dust of time.